at the moment.
Okay, let us see then. In terms of, I know you're playing normals and you have like super high ping, but do you have an idea of what you want to focus on in terms of, I think I need to work on this, or is it just we need to take a look at everything and see what's going on?
I think team fighting, maybe like map awareness and vision. Like my vision is awful. It's embarrassment.
Okay, that's good. That's like something that's not ping related at all. So it's definitely something anyone and everyone can work on. So what do you know about map awareness and vision?
I should pay attention to the map.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's that's pretty much it, right? It's like simple. It's a simple concept, but sometimes hard to execute, right? So tell me, when do you think you should? How often do you think you should look at the map, and when is a good time to do so?
I think I was watching some videos on it. It's like every like few minions or something.
Right.
But
So that would be the an ideal scenario where something like this, right? So let's say I was playing and I'm walking around and nothing's going on. I kill a minion. Look at the map. That's what would happen, right? That's the idea. So pretty much, and what? I guess this is kind of a strange question, but why do we need to look at the map? What do you think?
so we aren't like getting ganked or flanked.
Right, you don't know if you should fight if you don't know how many people are here, right?
Yeah.
Is the idea. So in terms of map awareness and vision, it's less about walking out and getting vision, right? So the basic strat is after you push, you go ward, right? That kind of stuff. That's like the basic idea. Vision, like map awareness, though, is something that's actually quite I don't know if I want to use the word dynamic, but like it's constantly changing, right? The idea is constantly changing in terms of, okay, who's here, who died, what can we do, what can we not do, right? So but I think this is a different problem here. What's going on here?
Yeah, this game starts really badly. It's it's my first game of the day, so it's pretty rough, but
I see
I my swing like mid game, I think.
We can throw out some ideas for vision and lane at least. If they have a support and they're sitting in the bush, you should just ward it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just like Thresh is like AFK or something. I don't know what's going on. But you don't really want to 1v2 them. Although this was some kind of genius bait in hindsight, I guess. All right, let's just ignore what just happened. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. All right, fast forward. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't think that'll happen too often, but if, let's say your support is AFK or he took a bunch of damage, he has the base, and you're losing minions, you still can't go out in 1v2, right? Because, you guys got punished for losing all your HP, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Oh my god. Dude, you don't look like you're playing on 200 ping, let me tell you. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I've gotten used to it over like the last 8 months.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, walking out here is fine, sure. So yeah. This is like anytime you have downtime, this is when you look at the map. So this is called downtime, we would say. So what do you notice about the map here? There are two parts to map awareness. So first is we look at the map to guess where everyone is. So when we say guess, we mean like if they're missing, you assume they're coming for you, right?
Yeah.
And for your team, you see where your team is, right? So what do you see here when you look at the map?
Lee Sin's top.
I guess
top's dead.
Right. That's about it. It's just Lee Sin's top, right?
Yeah.
And then don't know where anyone else is, so you assume jungle's here. And then you say, can we win 2v2? What do you think?
Well,
actually, I shouldn't say win. If they gank you if he ganks you and he has just Caitlyn, are you gonna die?
I don't think so.
I agree. That's how you know you can just do whatever you want. You can push, right? So that's the idea, is that you look at the map, the first step is always looking at the map. The second is, what's the worst case scenario? And third is, can we win, right? So that's the idea. And then, fast forward 10 seconds, what if the jungle and Morgana come out here? Are you guys okay?
The jungler Shyvana, just noticed.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Why is that?
I think if we can use the wave to like dodge Morgana binding, should be fine.
Okay, agreed. You can just straight up win a fight. I would also say you can just lantern out, right? So that's how you know you can push, right? So that's kind of the basis of map awareness is you know what's going on so you can make an informed decision. Okay, this is really bad. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, nice try. But Morgana was here, so that was ill-advised, I would say. Unless you guys could get him really quick. I don't know. I think here you see Shyvana top. So this is something like, oh, you can push if you want, right? You essentially know that this is 2v2, so you guys are fine. So sure, you guys are pushing in. What happened here?
This is really bad.
So what happened?
I got caught.
Right, so, you know, part of it is the 200 ping, right? But against these like skill shot supports, one of the things that's always hard to keep track of, this is just like laning stuff, but or just league mechanics in general, is that against these guys with skill shots that are gonna kill you, right? So like RE Charm or Morgana Binding or Blitzcrank Hook or Thresh Hook, right? All those are quite common. You should pretend you're playing it, and then, you know, what would you do if you were them? Right? You're gonna throw it, you're gonna throw it at you, right?
So like trying to see like if I was him, when would I throw it? Or...
Right, you're like trying to predict what he's gonna do. So let me see if I can dig up an example of yesterday. Let's see. I think it was this Jin game. Nope, that's today. Is this the example? Yes. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right, so this is a similar idea, right? So Braum is skill shot support, right? He's gonna try and hit you. So how do you make sure you don't get hit? What do you think?
Stay behind minions or out of range.
Wait for it. Oh, he's not trying to hit me. Oh, well, he kind of just missed there, but let's fast forward a bit more. See some more examples. Nope, there's a fight going on here. Fast forward. Fast forward. Did he try and hit me here? I don't think so. Okay.
I think he hit the Nemi.
They're good examples. I promise I'm not crazy. All right, fast forward. Where are the attempts? Oh, here we go. Okay. This is the same thing, right? You're at their end of the wave. He's gonna try and catch you. So how do you make sure you don't get hit, right? What was that? What do you think? What just happened? What just happened?
You baited it out.
Right, we baited it out, right? Because we know that he wants to hit us, but he doesn't know that we know that, right? So what you do is you stand in a spot where he can maybe hit you, right? So where is that spot here? Like right there, right? And then you immediately run away, right? You're fishing for skill shots essentially, right? But the reason why you got hit is that you just weren't anticipating it in the first place. That's always the first step.
Yeah.
Right? You have to know he's always aiming you. I promise you. He's gonna flash kill you. It doesn't matter what he's gonna do. He's aiming you 100%, right? So that's the idea, is that every single time you're gonna try and dodge it, no matter what. Right? What about that one? What happened there?
I used the first range and dodged the one.
It's basically you're giving him something that looks like he's going to hit you. Like we're running in a straight line, and then you immediately change directions. Right? Is the big idea. So something like this. I mean, this is not something you want to work on now because you have 200 ping. But this is the idea: is this you're giving him a hit right here, right? So then you immediately run back up, and you can't get hit. Is the idea, right? That's how you beat this kind of stuff. But against skill shot supports in general, your first priority is don't get hit. So it's really a skill matchup of you want to read what they're doing, right? They're doing the same thing with Thresh Hook. So, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. I would say definitely don't work on it now, but that's kind of how you make sure you never get hit is the idea, right? Okay. It's always a mind game, right? You know what he's going to do, right? You played Morgana before, right? Well, you played Jin before. You press W, right? So how do you know you can land W when it looks like you can't miss? So you create that situation for them, and then you dodge in a way that it's literally impossible to hit. Oh my god.
I don't know how that missed. He was so
I have
salty.
No idea either. That was strange. Yeah, I mean, Morgana wasn't thinking about it either, right? I mean, I think you're doing a good job here, right? I think you're like dancing around, making sure you're not standing in one spot. Right? That's exactly what you did, right?
Okay.
It's just more obvious because you know it's coming, so you can't get hit. Before, you didn't know it was coming. So the big idea is that you're always watching his character to try and figure out when he's gonna do it, right? Oh my god, what the hell? I guess you just kill this guy. Oh, we're not gonna kill him. We're gonna do a lot of damage. So, is there anything wrong with this picture?
We don't know where the jungler is.
Right. So, sure, you can say Shyvana. Shyvana's not good, but whatever. It could be a better jungler, right? So, the inherent problem with this is, remember our idea of map awareness, right? So, the first is we always need to check where everyone is on the map. So, okay, we say Shyvana's here. Lee Sin's a little bit far away, but he's on that side of the map. And then, you know, once you have that information, you ask yourself, can we go clear this ward? So, can you clear this ward?
Probably not.
I would say maybe, right? If you ward it and she's there, you can like walk away, right? But let's say this is an Elise. Can you go ward it?
No.
Right. What if it's Hecarim, who's level 6? Can you go ward it?
No.
Right. So it's different. It's different depending on the jungler they have, right? But usually I'm going to tell you that you can't do this, right? Because let's say this is Graves, you're going to lose all your HP. You're gonna lose all your HP, right? So the idea here is before every decision, you look at the map. That's the base idea for map awareness. Is anytime you want to make a decision, you look at the map. Even like this right here, we're gonna push. Look at the map. What happens? Oh, is there a TP behind us? We'll say maybe yes or no, whatever. But that's the idea. Is that before anything you do, you want to know what's going on, right? So that will tell you that if we want to do this and it's Shyvana, we should be okay. Because we know that if Shyvana's here, we're fine. Because, you know, Shyvana is melee range. What is she supposed to do, right? You just walk away. But when you get to this, if you get binded here, you're gonna die to Shyvana, right? So that's the big idea is you need to know where people are before you do anything, right? So for me, I'm like I can do that, and also this is the second part is when a fight breaks out, you look at the map. Because when a fight breaks out, the first thing everyone's gonna do is what?
Go to the fight.
Yeah, everyone's fucking coming, right? So first thing you check for is TP and jungle. So Lee Sin better be coming, right? Well, never mind. He's drinking off at blue. But that's the oh no, he is coming, right? So that's the first thing that people do is everyone is coming. So this is also the same thing is before you do anything, fight's breaking out. Look at the map. Shyvana's here. You probably don't want to do this, right? But I think Thresh really wanted to do it, and it seems fine. In terms of you guys are winning so hard that if Shyvana was here, you guys could probably walk away. So, but that's always the first thing you need to check for, right? What's going on here? Oh, this is really awkward, isn't it?
A bit.
Oh, they're all dying now.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So bad.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! So why do we take the lantern here?
I thought I could auto Q auto, and then she had ranged me.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Wait, so how you've been playing for like 2 seasons, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
From what I saw.
Well, since season 6, I think I started.
Okay.
Or partway through 6.
I see.
I think my biggest problem is like actually applying my brain to the game. I try to play off of instinct rather than using my brain.
Right. That's actually a very common problem. That's actually the kind of player I was. You know, even when I hit Challenger, I was that kind of player. And the problem, I mean, it's not like necessarily bad. The problem is that, you know, if you play, for me, it was just like I couldn't recreate like, oh, I played really well this game. I couldn't do it again. You know what I'm saying? So I had to create some kind of system in place or some kind of good habits to make sure I'd always play good. So it's good. I can help you figure out, you know, do we need to kind of activate our brain during game and stuff like that. So things like, let's say, you know, when people say people have no brain, it's like, it's because they don't have good habits that let them play the game well every game. Consistency, right? So like the map awareness thing, right? A good habit would be we check the map every time we kill a minion. and then we say, I want to do this. Can I actually do it? Right?
Yeah.
This is another. I mean, I think this is a habit we should break. Here is what's going on in this picture.
Just pushing mindlessly.
Okay, let's think about it this way. The first step is we look at the map and we say, okay, Shyvana's not here because we're like on our side of the wave, right? We can't get ganked, right?
Yeah.
The second part is, what do you want to do? So what do you want to do?
Farm.
Okay, you want to farm these minions, okay? The third part is, can you do it? So can you do it? And why?
No,
actually, the third part is, can you do it without them stopping you? Yeah, thresh based, right? So once you have these are the kind of the step that'll tell you whether or not you can do XYZ, right? And you know, I mean, you know, right? You look at this picture and you know you can't get these minions, right?
Yeah, these are the thoughts I should put in when I'm playing the game.
Yes, that's the habit, right? That's the habit. The habit is, it might be too many steps for now because it's including map awareness. But let's say we'll do 2 steps. Let's say you figure out what you want to do, so you want to get these minions. The second is, can they stop you? That's it. Simple, right? You want to do something, they want to stop you. Let's say you want to push, they can stop you with a gank, don't push, right? Let's say you want to roam, they can stop you by hiding in a bush on your way to the fight. Okay, don't roam, right? That's it. That's as simple as that. So you say you want to get these minions, you can't get it because it's 2v1, you don't go for the minions, right? That'll tell you you just sit at your tower, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
That's kind of the habit that could be really good for you if you're like, oh, you know things, but you may not know how to put that in game. I think that's a common thing for many players is they may know XYZ is good, but they don't know how to make sure it happens in game. This is actually just straight winning. Nice ulti. So yeah, I don't think you really have a problem with mechanics, right? From what we're seeing. You're at 200 ping and you landed every shot. Oh, okay. I spoke too soon, but it's pretty much every shot. It's pretty much every shot. Oh my god. You're clean. You have 200 ping. How are you doing this? Wow. Okay. Here's another example. This is good. This is good because this is definitely something you want to work on, right? So you just killed them. That was really good, right? So correct me if I'm wrong. When you guys fight 2v2 in this game, you never lost.
I can't remember offhand, but I think I was.
You did pretty. Let's say you did pretty good. How about that? You did pretty good. Maybe maybe it wasn't never lost, but you did really good, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I died much this game. Right.
So the kind of big ideas we want to look at is the other stuff, like you're making a decision, and then we need to make sure that decision will work no matter what. Right. So let's say you just killed this guy, right? That was really good. Okay, what's the first thing you do now? What do you want to do now? Actually, wait. Let's see. Then we kill this guy, and then we. Oh, okay. What do you want to do now?
Check the map.
That's true. Let's reverse the steps though. Let's figure out what you want to do right now. Like let's start with what is your objective. So like remember how you're like, I want to farm, I want to push, whatever. What do you want to do in this position?
Push the wave on the tower.
Okay, you want to push the wave on the tower. The second is, can you do that? Which is also checking the map. So second is check the map and then ask yourself, can you do that? So we look at the map. What do we see? What do we notice?
Jungle's missing.
Jungle's missing. I don't think top is coming, right? Unless they have TP. I actually think that top TP is more rare nowadays because there are no tanks being played, right? You don't really see Fiora coming bot, or maybe, I mean, sometimes you see Jax, but it doesn't really happen, right? So yeah, I would say there's no TP behind you. If there's TP in front of you, you walk away, so you're okay, right? Jungle though, Jungle's missing, right? So if you push this wave out and he comes out, can you get away?
If I flash the Shyvana ult, yeah.
What if she flashes after you?
Maybe not.
Right, so if she comes out right here like this, there's no way out, right? You're gonna flash out, she flashes on top of you, and then you're gonna die, right? So that tells us that we base now.
Okay.
Makes sense, right? Unless you see her show up on the ward right now, right? You could even wait in this bush where she can't get you. Then she shows up and then you push, right? That's one way you can do it. But you can't do something that doesn't work, is what I'm trying to say. Like, we see Shyvana mid, right? That tells us we can try and push, right? So that's the idea, is you need to make sure you know what you want. I think you know what you want, right? You want to push, you want to farm. The second thing is you need to ask yourself, what can they do to stop me? Right, that's the kind of map awareness part too as well, because you need to know what's going on the map to figure that to answer that question. So you push this out pretty well, very nice. Okay, now what do you want to do?
Now on a base.
Right, and then I think we're trying to help something. Right.
Yeah, Gregus was pinging because Swain was.
I think you're gonna die here if you're not careful. Swain's like here somewhere. Oh, Monka S. Oh, you can kill this guy.
Yeah, so
Swain is just doing scuttle crab. What the hell? Okay, good. And then now you base, right? Or I mean, you can push if you want, but I would probably base. You got a lot of money. Oh, that's fine too. We don't have to necessarily base. You don't want to take that lantern. I don't know what's going on here, but sure, you want to farm? Sure. Okay, we'll chalk that up to 200 ping. Don't worry about that. I think you really have good ideas when you're trying to fight. I really do. At least against these players. No problem. This is just 5v3, 5v2, I guess. What the hell? 4v2?
Yeah.
Absolute domination. Okay. Okay, what's the plan here?
Get some damage on tower, then base.
Okay, and then can they stop you?
No. I'll see Shyvana coming on all the wards, I think.
Right, just come up with any kind of way. Any way they can stop you.
It sits in that bush there on the bottom left, and then flash ults over the wall. I didn't.
Right, I would say maybe Swain TP, but I think you're okay. So that's all. You're literally worst case scenario. You need to think worst case scenario because you know. Did you play last patch? Where it was like Talon and Rengar and Kha'Zix and whatever. I mean, it's fucking everywhere, right?
It's bot lanes.
Yeah, they're just gonna kill you. So that was an extreme example of why we have to do this. But this is a more classic case of they're gonna kill you because there are more people, whatever. But you're fine here because we'll say that Swain TP is weak since he has no ultimate. I don't know if you know that, but he needs stacks on his ultimate to do damage. And then if Shyvana comes, you said you're gonna walk away and heal. So I think you're fine, right? So that's how you know you can do this 100% of the time, right? That's how you know you can make this consistent. So good, you base, very nice. And then what's going on here? Any questions, by the way?
Wow. In the game, I think.
Clean follow up, yo. So yeah, you don't really have any problems when it comes to fighting or what should I do when I'm fighting. Okay, maybe sometimes you got hit by a skill shot, but I think the most important habit we can give you is this guy's just dying. The most important habit we can give you is just making sure there's no counterplay for whatever you want to do. I think is the big thing, right? And maybe predicting your skill shots. That was kind of awkward on that trap. It was a good trap by him. Ooh, if you landed that was a possible ulti.
Yeah.
Nice try, nice try. Oh, you're gonna kill this guy. Get his ass. Oh my, clean! Fat ulti. Morgana first. Oh, actually, whoever you can hit, really. Oh, baby. Oh.
That was
it's good enough. Right. The general idea there is you can hold on to your skill shots, but I don't think you really have I don't think that's something you want to focus on right now. So we'll say that's fine. Okay. And then you say, oh, what do you want to do now?
Fight mid.
Okay, can they stop you?
I don't think so.
I agree. Yeah, it's 4v2, so that's how you know you win, right? There's no way this can go wrong, is the idea, right? Okay, you can go, they can't stop you, you go home. Sure, it's over. Okay, next is Dragon, they can't stop you because people are dead, right? This is the thing, is that every time you want to make a decision in League, you need to check, can they stop you? And then if the answer is no, then you can do that thing, right? That's how you can prevent any kind of throw from happening, right? Is always asking yourself this question, right? That's also how you improve map awareness, because you can't answer that question without looking at the map, right?
Okay.
So, okay, we want to push mid. Sure. And go bot. Okay, I think that's fine. You can push this out. They can't really stop you. Sure. Interesting. Okay, what's the plan now?
I was gonna roam mid, I think.
Okay, how come?
Wave was waiting for wave.
So what do you mean by waiting for wave?
Waiting for like the wave to come bounce back into my one because I just cleared this one.
So let's say we clear this wave, right here. Is the minion wave gonna push towards you, or is it gonna push towards them?
Towards them.
So, are you gonna lose minions?
Yeah.
Right, I would say so too. So, if you go mid here, that's how you lose minions, right? This is why people are like, oh, ARAM mid at whatever rank is like strange because you're losing minions if you do that, right? But sometimes it's unavoidable. Like, what if they have a 10-0 Rengar, right? You can't go bot, right?
Yeah.
So then you could say something like, we can go mid and try and bait out a gank or something. But I think in this case, you have a third option. That would be better than going mid here.
Farm jungle.
If you go mid, how do you help him kill Akali?
I can't really looking at my mana.
Right. So that's how we know that we want to base, or we just want to push bot. Is that there's nothing going on if you go mid, right? Because you have no mana. That's the idea. So yeah, you want to base. Okay, maybe we can ulti here because it's been so long. Nope, maybe. Oh, that's maybe. Oh, that's pretty PogChamp. Very nice. Wow, this is great. Yeah, all you want to work on is just map awareness and the decision making. I think is the big ideas. Like the fighting seems good, honestly, right? Would you agree? I think the fighting seems good.
The team fighting can be pretty bad sometimes. I have this thing where I want to tunnel vision. If I have like my fourth shot up, it's like I want to delete one person.
Oh,
and sometimes it gets me killed.
Interesting.
Like, I must land my fourth shot to the person with the lowest health to do the most damage because it's more efficient.
True. I see. We'll see if it comes up for sure. If not in this game, then in the other games. Oh, okay, nice try. Unlucky word.
Yeah, I had a game I threw well, it wasn't really a through, but like I lost as the team fight by trying to delete one person and getting killed.
Right. So something to know here. It seems like we were surprised by this Shyvana, right?
Yeah.
That's the same. It's the same idea. Is you want to do something? I want to hit Swain. You look at the map. Who's gonna stop me? Right. So Shyvana, can he stop you? No, you just walk away from her. Right. She's pretty bad. Shyvana's pretty bad champion right now. So it's the same idea when it comes to literally anything you want to do in game. But it seems like the fighting seems okay, at least from what I can tell. Let's wait until we can see. Let's fast forward to find a spot. Oh, what's going on here?
I got by Swain.
Oh.
I thought I could outrun him with my crit speed. Oh, that was bad.
you're Akali didn't kill you somehow. Oh, you're okay.
No, she does.
Oh,
last tick.
Feels bad. But honestly, I hate to ding you on this stuff because like you're on 200 ping. So this is the same thing as Morgana, the Morgana binding, right? But
yeah,
we're just not gonna worry about that right now. But let's say, for example, if this still happens when you're on what ping are you gonna be at? Like 30
or so.
Yeah. If that happens, then that's when you want to take a look at that, right? But it's the same idea of they're gonna throw a skill shot at you. What are you gonna do if he tries to throw a what's it called, a grab, right?
Yeah, this idea with my move speed.
Right. This idea is always dodge first before you auto. But I mean, if you thought you could dodge it with Jhin move speed, I think you had an interesting idea. It could work if you go sideways, but we're just not gonna worry about those kind of mechanics. I think that's not something you want. I think that's not something you want to work on right now because you can't really work on it with your ping. So okay, going bot is great. We can just clear all these out and push out the wave. I think that's considered pushed out, right? Good. Push mid, sure. Run into their jungle, okay. Oh, fight's breaking out. You know that Caitlyn's mid, so this is no problem. Oh, she's dead. This is pretty much a pretty stompy, huh? Not much going on here. But yeah, I would say the big ideas are definitely you're trying to accomplish something. How do you know if you can do it or not? You look at the map, right? Based on what is the enemy gonna do if you try and do this thing? That's the idea. That's the kind of mindset you want to build up if you want to quote unquote use your brain, I guess, or make sure that your map awareness is squeaky clean, right? So like stuff like this, for example, right? You want to help this guy, Wait, hold up. We are the guy. You want to help this guy, right?
Yeah.
So, what are they gonna do to stop us? Worst case.
Swing grab.
Not like worst case scenario. People missing on the map. How are they gonna stop you?
They'll come mid.
Yeah, 5 people. So, how many people do you have?
2, maybe 3 on the way.
Yeah, I'll say you have like 3, right? So 3v5. That's how you know that this is dicey, right? That's how you know that you can stay around, but you're not trying to, actively do something unless you can like do it really fast. Like, let's say you can kill this guy. You have to do it really quick, otherwise it's gonna be 3v5, right? So that's it's the same idea, right? Anytime you want to do something, look at the map. Who's missing? Can they stop you, right? Same idea. The same idea over and over and over again. Times 100. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's coming now, so this is getting kind of awkward. Well, at least it's a 5v5 now. Gragas is coming. Gragas is here. Okay, this is getting kind of weird, but
yeah, I'm staying way back.
Never mind. Your team just very nice. Your Gragas just went crazy there. Wow. Oh, nice try on Thresh's part, but right. I think that this game is pretty much over, but that's the idea. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What other game do you think is really good to look at?
That's.
You said you play Jin and Kaisa?
Yeah, the second one on that list is a Kaisa game.
This looks kind of stompy though. No?
Yeah.
Unless it has the team fights you wanted to look at. What do you think?
There was one that was kind of dicey. There was
like this one?
Up a bit. No, those are from July. It's quite old.
Honestly, it doesn't matter how old it is, because as long as you still play the same way, it should be relevant. I don't know if you still play the same way, but I guess we'll just go down the list, huh? Let's check this one out. Or is this weird?
It was a bit weird. Like my support was trolling. Yeah.
Let's take a look. So far, what I'm thinking is that the big thing you should work on is including map awareness into your decision making, right? Is kind of, I guess, how I would phrase it. So, what was the habit that will help your map awareness and decision making? Because you're gonna have to be able to do this after the session by yourself every game.
Can they stop me?
Yes, that's it. It's simple. 2 steps. 2 steps. 3 if you include looking at the map, right? 1, I want to do something. 2, look at the map. Who's missing? 3, can they stop me? That's it. So, we won't worry about lane ideas. I think you're doing fine so far. We're just worried about the big picture. All right, so what's going on? What's going on here? Fast forward. They have a Braum top. What the hell?
Yeah, normal games.
Okay, so what do you want to do here? So one thing I failed to mention is that anytime something significant happens, you need to do this planning stage, this decision-making stage, right? So when I say something significant, let's say your support gets hooked by Blitzcrank and he dies. That would be significant, right? So you need, what you can do changes, because maybe you can't farm anymore, right? So if Morgana leaves lane, or she bases, or your jungler is here, or their jungler is here, that all changes, right? You do the same thing every time something changes. So when you see Morgana leave, it's the same idea, right? So what do we want to do here? We want to farm. How can they stop me? They're gonna walk up and hit you. What do you do to stop that?
Walk back.
Right. You can maybe hide in a bush or something like that, right? But you gotta come up. You have to come up with something, or you have to do this step every time something happens, right? So you see the enemy jungler. That's when you do the same thing, right? You say, what do you want to do? And can they oh, actually, this is what's going on, right? So this is definitely a habit we want to take a look at. I actually think you're fine here. I don't know where you flashed, but you're definitely okay. You don't want to fight. What are you doing?
I was trying to get my 5th ins.
Monka S.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't disaster, but could have been disaster if you had Ignite, right? I don't know. They definitely should have killed you here. But yeah, it's the one recurring trend I think you have is trying to 1v2, right? So that's definitely something you don't want to do. It's just if your support is like not here, you want to make sure that you don't try and trade or anything like that, unless you have a very specific way to win 1v2, right? So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I guess specific way could be like, oh, the support's low, you're gonna force shot him or something like that on Jin, right? But if nothing like that is clear, then don't do it, because you're gonna get punished, right? Okay, sure. Fast forward past this part. Is all fine. Any questions so far?
Yeah, but like Kai'Sa's laning, it's like, how does that like work? When do you just farm? When can you try like be more aggressive?
Okay, we can talk about lane ideas. So instead of Kai'Sa specifically, let's talk about lane matchups in general. And we're gonna start with supports because that's easiest, right? So let's say you have a Morgana. You've seen Morgana played like hundreds of times or whatever, right? How does Morgana win?
Lands binding.
Bind someone and they die, right? Okay, what about Sona? You've seen Sona a few times. How many times or however many times? How does Sona win?
Poke someone out to engage with ults.
Right, she hits someone and then she heals and then she's gonna ulti level 6. But we'll talk about pre-6 for now. Right, so what does that tell you between Sona versus Morgana? How do you want to play the lane?
Passively, or if we get like a catch, then we can try all in.
Right, so I guess my thought process would be we're gonna wait for Morgana to land the bind. We're gonna try and help her land the bind, right? Because that's how we win. And then we don't get hit by Sona because that's how they win. That's it.
Yeah.
So
okay,
that tells you that you're not supposed to walk up and hit them because they're gonna win, right? So it's easy. They just play according to the matchup. And then once you can do that for supports, you throw in 80 carries into the mix, right? So what is Kai'Sa good at?
all in.
Right, so maybe you can get 5-hit passive and land W and isolated Q, but, you know, basically playing off your support, because Kai'Sa's not that great in lane, right? And then TF, I guess, is trying to catch someone with his stun or something. I don't know. They're just trying to trade as well. So basically, the support matchup matters more, right? Notable exceptions could be something like Draven, who's really strong all-in, right?
Yeah.
Or Ezreal, who can only poke, essentially, unless something spicy happens, right? Unless he's really good or something. But yeah, that would tell you that you don't want to trade. So that's how you play. But let's say you're the one with the Sona and he's the one with the Morgana. What do you do then?
Trade.
Yes, you trade. Don't get hit by bind. That's it. It's the opposite. So let me show you an example. So I was playing Kai'Sa. Let me see. I can pull up a Kai'Sa matchup. Okay. That's loud. All right. So this is the exact same thing. You can see this, right?
Yeah.
So what do you see here in the bot lane? The supports only. Don't worry about the 80 carries.
They have all in versus your poke or what poke? Trade
I would say
or catch.
They're gonna try and catch us with Thresh Hook. Ideally for them, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys are trying to trade as hard as possible. Or I guess we're trying to trade as hard as possible. And we can catch them with bubble. You're right. So what does that tell you from the get-go? Let's try and trade as much as possible, right? So that's why we can do this. Just walk up and hitting them because we know we win trades. Simple enough, right?
Okay.
So look at that, right? I'm just walking up because I know I'm winning, right? Doesn't matter. So all of a sudden we're winning lane, right? Let's fast forward a bit. And then anytime, how do you know when you can trade? When he wants a minion. He's going to walk up, right? Like that. Anytime he wants a minion, you can... This is just like trading specifically, but anytime they want a minion, you can all in, you can trade, you can catch, whatever. Basically, they're most vulnerable when they want something. Like you said, remember you were like, I really want to hit someone with a force shot in a team fight. That's when you're most vulnerable, right? Because they know that you're gonna try and do something like that, or maybe you get caught up in trying to force shot someone. But this is the general idea: is we're trying to trade as much as possible, right? And not get hit by hook. So that's the big idea, right? We can do stuff like as long as we satisfy those conditions, we can do whatever we want, right? So look, we're trying to like defend this cannon minion, right? But I guess we give it up in the end. Oh, you're just taking damage. Seems good. Oh, nice hook. Right? Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So
Did you bait him to like walk up and hit you there so then he could bubble?
Right. I mean, I was looking for the trade, but he found the bubble. That was pretty sick. But yeah, that's the big idea. And then oh, you know, like you said, their all in could be really strong, right? So all we wanted was a trade, so we left, right? And then oh, now we're definitely winning after using potions and healing up. So he can't land a hook. We trade. We won the lane. So it's that simple in terms of what should you do on XYZ champion in lane, right? It depends on your support really. And sometimes you already carry, but your support. Wait, that's not me. That's not you. That's me. All right, let's go back to this. So something like this is exactly what they want, right? So how do you stop this? What do you think?
Back off.
Right, you could give up the minion. Another thing is you can bait him into walking into your minions, and you can win that way, right? Like let's say, right, exactly, right. He's gonna walk into a Morgana bind, or let's say Morgana has no bind. You can still win with your isolated Q, auto attack, and he's tanking minions. So those are just some ways you can kind of prevent them from just zoning you from the wave, right? Otherwise, that would be so unfair. That would be pretty unfair, I would say. Minions are super strong though, so. But just know the general idea is that, you know, based on their support, oh my god, based on their support on the support matchup, you should know what you want to do in lane, right? But yeah, let's fast forward because I think you need a bit. Oh, what the fuck? All right, what's going on here?
We're getting dove.
Monka S. They all died. Oh my god. All right, good job, I guess. But
not repeatable.
yes, exactly. That's exactly right. It has to be. How can you repeat this? How can you set up a situation where you can repeat this? What do you think?
I don't think. Maybe if I had W'd and saved mana for my ults.
Yeah. See, but how do you know to save your mana? How would you have known in the moment? You can't know in the moment, right?
Yeah.
So let's say if I told you she was diving, you need to save ulti. Would you use W?
No.
That's it. You have to know it's coming first, and that brings us back to the idea of, you know, you want to defend. Us? You're trying to defend this dive. You know, how are they going to stop us? They're going to dive you, right? You want to get these minions. How are they going to stop us? Eve is coming. What do I do if Eve comes? It's the same thing, right? Same kind of, yeah. Same kind of habit applied to any situation, I would say, right? This is the thing is though is that the reason why the habit is so important and so consistent is because it will work every time, right? In theory, it should work every time, right? As long as your plan is correct, or as long as you're right about your idea. Like let's say you think the jungler can't kill you, so you push up. Then you push up, he comes out, and you lose. Then you learn. You know that he can kill you now, right? That's how we know that Hecarim can kill you if you push up. It's because I died to it like 10 times, right? So the big idea is always making sure you know that it's coming in the first place, and then you can go from there, right? Oh my god, someone's just sitting there. You're gonna kill this guy. Nice. What the hell? Right, so like we said, this is how Morgana wins lane, right? It's binding. You didn't really have to do anything. You have to wait for it. Okay, you don't want to dive this guy, though. Okay, so whenever something significant happens, we do the update our plan, right? So what do you want to do now?
Probably warding is a good idea.
Okay, it's just that you didn't know in the moment, right? So why would you say warding and not walking up?
Thunder Tower.
More specifically than that. Like, you want to hit tower, and then what's the next step? You want to do something, and then what should you check?
Map.
All right, and then can they stop you?
Probably.
Yeah, I would say yeah, because we have no flash. So that's it. It's just the same thing every time. Okay. Oh, whoops! Accidentally, I turned on the music, but it's the same thing every time, right? Okay, how do they stop you? Jungle and mid's coming. That's it, right? 2v3 is losing. So that's how we know that we want to be careful here. Is just knowing that you want to do something and how can they stop you? Well, you found out if there's a way they can stop you, they will do it. That's what you should assume. Okay, you have to be super paranoid. Oh, well, here we go. What's going on here? Wow, you might get away here. Oh, we're dead. All right, so feels bad, man. Eve is OP. Well, maybe not OP, but super annoying. So what happened here? What do you think?
I didn't check the map when I was trying to do stuff.
So, if Eve ganks you, how do you get away?
Alt out and run.
Is there a specific way we can get out? Like this. Let's say the only way she can gank us is this way. Let's just pretend that for a moment. So is there a way you can get out?
Anyway, I can think is alt. But like flashes down. And E's probably not going to help because she'll just walk up and ES.
Alright, so how do you ulti out here?
I need to hit her. So I just use my W.
That's it. I mean, yeah, that's true. But the big idea is that if she comes from this is the thing that you have to know is that you wanted to do something. You wanted to last hit these minions. Okay, let's say that's your plan, right? The second is who's missing? Eve's coming, right? Third is how do we stop her from coming from behind? Right. So you would say something like, okay, I'm gonna walk up, auto attack, and ulti. I think that works. So you can walk up, auto attack, and ulti, and you're out. Or you can say something like, I'm gonna W her and then ulti. I think that works too. But the reason why you didn't do any of these options is because we didn't think about it beforehand. That's the important part, right? Is making sure we know beforehand, because your reaction was actually the opposite of what you wanted, right? Your reaction was different. You try to E out, and now it's like really weird, right? It doesn't work because we didn't make sure we knew what was going on beforehand, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's it. It's just making sure you know in advance what you're gonna do. It's kind of the idea. Is just this habit of make the habit out of doing these steps, and then I think you'll go really far in terms of practicing it over and over again, right? Because it'll prevent stuff like this, where it's like, yes, we died to a gank. What do we learn?
Hit it before the charm goes on, or just ult out. So.
I guess, yeah. We were learned that that's like our way out, and that we need to think about it before it happens, right? Because I mean, I don't know if you can do that, but I literally cannot do that, right? Whenever I make a play, it's not like the monkey brain is taking over, right? I have to think about it before it happens. I mean, maybe Faker can do it. I don't know, but I can't do that. So I need to make sure what the plan is before something happens, right? Otherwise, you're just playing without thinking. That's what people say, right? They're just playing without thinking.
Yeah.
Let's say, here's another example. Have you ever played chess?
A long time ago.
Have you ever played against like a complete beginner who is just making moves?
Yeah.
So, what's the difference between someone who's setting up checkmate and someone who's just making moves?
One of them has a plan, the other one doesn't.
Yeah, the other dude is like not thinking, right? He might be able to make good moves, like developing pieces, but at the end of the day, you threaten checkmate, and he has no idea what's going on, right? Because he wasn't thinking beforehand, right? Versus if both players are thinking, one dude's like he's trying to set up checkmate, and the other guy's like, how do I stop this, right? One dude's trying to set something up, the other guy's like, all right, I'm gonna beat it by doing this, right? It's kind of how League is you want to do something, you want to make sure that they can't beat it, or if they try and beat it, you know what you're gonna do, and then you're good to go. Like in this example, personally speaking, if I were to try and push this up, my instinct is jungle and supporter right here, because that's the worst case scenario, right?
Okay.
Jungle and supporter here, TP behind us, so we're playing like you have to play like that's gonna happen, right? That's the big idea. So I mean, you went to ward, so that was good, but I don't think ward can spot Eve, to be honest. But we see Weave, so we see Eve. We can just kill this guy. We know that no one can stop us. Oh, nice, very nice. And then we're out. Sure, we can push this out. All right, can support and jungle kill you?
No.
I would agree. So you're good to go. That's how you know you can push, right? And then, oh, you want to roam mid? Are you ready for Eve?
No.
So yeah, we're dead here, right? Because this is also TF faulty. If Eve didn't show up top, you're dead here, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Like,
is that
she's in that bush?
100% dead, right? She could be right here, and TF TP's on top of you, right? And then you can't get out. It's not possible. So that's the big idea. Is anytime you want to do something, you have to be mega paranoid about how they can stop you. Oh, I don't think you can get this guy. Oh. At least we got our flash. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, Jesus. It's a disaster. Okay, I guess if you think you can't fight, I think that's fine. Okay. Push this out. What happens if you push this out? Worst case scenario?
Eve thanks us.
Can you beat that?
If I walk up and ult again.
Right. Walk up auto ultimate or W ultimate or something, right? You have to come up with something though. You have to have something ready. So if you don't have anything ready, this is gonna happen, right? Like you can I mean we know before it happens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even watching the replay is because it's happened to me like a million times, right? It's happened to you a million times too. Every time you play this game, something like this always happens, I promise you. So that's the idea, is making sure that we have something to prevent that, right? But yeah, I think here, I'm not sure if you can live here unless Morgana gives you the shield or something like that. So this is just, I don't know how you win, honestly. But that's the big idea, is knowing that something is coming before it happens, okay? The worst case scenario is happening before it happens. That's what you should be thinking. So let's say you want to push this out, and then you say, you know, Eve's going to kill me, and then you see Eve, that's how you know you can push it out, right? You can push this out, sure. You don't want to hit that tower, though. Oh. We're going to die here if we're not careful. Monka S, run. Ooh! Okay, we're out. Could she have killed you there?
If she had ult for sure.
Alright, she flash Q and then you're dying, right?
Yeah.
Feels bad, man. So how do we stop that?
Ban Evelyn.
Well, actually, that's exactly what I do, right? But another conventional tactic is put down a pink ward in the direction she's coming from, right? That's always one way to figure out if she's like next to me or something like that. But yeah, I ban Evelyn, so I actually do ban Evelyn. But that's the big idea. So you know, I think it's just the same thing happening to us over and over again, right?
Yeah.
So this is all. All you have to do is start out with this habit. Like, I don't care how long it takes you to come up with something when it comes to, okay, I want to do this. Let's say the first time you do it, it takes you like 10 seconds to figure out something. Like, I want to push this. You look at the map, you figure out that, okay, jungle could be here, and then you make a decision. It doesn't matter how long it takes, because you're doing the first step. You're doing it already. The more you do it, the faster it'll be, right? So all you have to do is practice it. It doesn't matter how bad it feels or whatever. You have to make sure it's like, you want to practice it until it gets really good. And then it'll take like 2 seconds or half a second or whatever, right? You practice it over and over and over again, right? So for me, I'd be like, okay, TFs are here, right? Can you win?
No, probably not.
How come? Can you win and why, I guess? There's always a question.
No ults. Maybe if I... No, that's like a good way to win. Not like...
Okay. I would say, I mean, honestly, it just comes with experience, right? But you always have to come up with a plan, right? So for me, I would know that if he comes out, I'm gonna fight him because my Rage Blade is turned on. So I can't lose, right? That just comes with experience, though, is knowing what works comes from making a plan and seeing if it works or not. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's how I know from experience that I can do it. But the fact that you're thinking about it is extremely good. You just have to think about it over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. And then by, you know, when you see stuff, let's say you thought something works, but it doesn't work, you go back and watch it, and then you figure out why or why not. Right? Why did it work? Why did it not work? And then you can go from there. Right? But from experience, I would know that you can't beat Rageblade Kaisa. Oh, oh, that's kind of awkward. But
guess you wanted to buff.
If Eve comes here, can you stop her?
Fault ups.
Well, I guess she's that dragon, but yeah, we should be scared. All right? We should be scared, right? Because how do you stop? What's the worst case scenario here? What do you think?
Tia faults, Evelyn.
All right, right. Can you beat that?
No.
I agree. So that's how you know you can't do this, right? And then when do you know you can do this? When you see those people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are chasing. You don't want to do this. Oh, Monka S. Oh, maybe never mind. He's killing everyone. Okay, sure. Never mind.
Yeah,
good stuff. Yeah, they just fucking kill TF or something. I don't know. Mad resets. Sure, push bot is fine. Very good. So yeah, I think you have a good grasp of knowing what you want to do, right? I think most people know what they want to do in terms of I want to push this wave, I want to catch this wave, right? You know what good stuff looks like, right? I would say. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah,
I just mindlessly do it.
Yes. It's just sometimes you think it's good, but you didn't double check. You didn't look for counterplay, and that's the part that you want to take a look at. Okay, is making sure you know that can you actually do this without getting punished? Is I guess another way to say it, right? Because this fighting stuff, whatever, this seems all fine, right? It was just your 3 deaths came from the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I guess your only mistakes came from the same thing, like right here, bam. Okay, Eve comes out. What's your plan?
QSS ult out.
Okay, that's it. Okay, how do you get the how do you hit her to get the ulti going? Are you gonna auto attack or are you gonna W?
W if I see her.
Okay, that's it. That's all you have to say is you're going to auto attack these. When she comes out, you're gonna W her and then do some ulti things and then QSS her charm. That's all you need to do. Sounds good, right? That's it. That's it. As long as you have this in place, you are good to go, right? And if she beats you somehow, that'll teach you, oh, something in your planning stage went wrong. Or if you didn't do your planning stage correctly, it's just execution, right? So yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do. It's just, but the big important part is that you have to know what you're gonna do beforehand, right? So, Eve comes out. We're gonna do exactly what we said, right? QSS charm. Oh, never mind, we're good. Oh, very nice. Hey, this is good. That's better. That's actually really good because you always assume they're gonna hit, right? If they have a pretty much guaranteed way of hitting.
I thought that was bad, but like.
No. That's. I mean, as long as you had your plan, as long as that wasn't like spur of the moment. This is really good.
I was waiting for it. Okay,
that's good then, right? We'll consider that good because that's like an important step in terms of the planning and then execution stage, right? Is that you knew what was going on and you were ready. So it doesn't matter that you wasted QSS because you knew what the strat was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't buy QSS a lot, but like everyone on their team head away to CC me, so it's like we're
right. Honestly, you can even say stuff like Merc Sheds could be worth, but whatever, right? Okay, we're doing Krugs. I think it's fine, whatever. Yeah, I think decision making when you make decisions, you have the right idea. You just gotta make sure that you're checking safe to see if they can stop you. Yes, safe, right? Or I mean that's one way to say it, but League is very oh, you're dying here. If we're not ready, are we? Monka. Oh, we're dead.
I don't know how that W missed.
I don't know how she fucked up. Wait, you didn't die. Wait, what the hell? Oh my god, how did she not kill you?
I healed before.
You're a genius.
I'm so bad at this. I would have killed her so much easier than it hits.
Oh, I know what happened. I know why you lived. Why do you think you lived? Why did she not have enough damage? Yes, heal and shield were really good, but
she didn't E me?
No, what is QSS built out of?
Magic resist.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're dead here, but even with their void staff, the magic resist was enough, right? So, okay, I'm learning things, right? I was like, I think you're dead here, but you survived, so it was good. Wow, PogChamp. You definitely base here, right? Good. Wow. QSS second. Wait, very interesting.
Yeah, I had to do that for this game.
Yeah, I think that's legit. I think that's a thing. Wow, I think that's a thing. Wow, see, I'm learning things too. It's just always like I literally just learned that by watching you fight that guy, right? I was like, what? How did you like do that? So yeah, that tells you, you know, that's part of the playing stage is making like you do what you think works, and if it doesn't work, then you know you learn, right? So for me, I'm even learning because I'm still doing these steps. Like when Eve comes out, I'm like, okay, I think you're dead because even if you QSS the charm, you're getting hit by ulti, and then you prove me wrong because QSS was significant magic resist before however long this game is, right? I know later in the game it doesn't work, but this early in the game, or I guess in the mid game, it's good enough, right? So that's really good. So now I would know that QSS can win against Eve. Seems good. Seems good.
So you shouldn't fight QSS late in the game, or should you?
No. You still should. It's just that you should know if you face tank all of her damage, it's not going to save you. Okay. Right? You want to QSS and then run. Or at least dodge some kind of damage. Oh, Monka S, right?
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that, so I could stop my QSS somewhere.
So, talking about our examples, what do we want to do here, and what were we not prepared for?
I want to fight.
Okay, yes, you want to fight, and then what were we not prepared for?
Stun. I don't know why I even saw him doing it. He's holding his card. It's like,
right, it's a stun and or Eve, I would say, right?
All three.
Yeah, all three, really. So it's the same thing. Literally anything you do. Like if you see this ulti, the way you train this habit is you don't ulti until you know what's up. Okay. I'm serious. What's better? To miss an opportunity or to go for an opportunity that wasn't an opportunity, it was a trap?
I don't know. I hear them saying you miss every skill shot you don't take, but I'm not sure I agree with that.
Right. The problem with so I think in like sports, like when it comes to soccer and stuff, it's like, yeah, you miss opportunities you don't take, but the difference in league is that if you take those, it'll prevent you from taking anything in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like cooldowns and stuff. Cooldowns in soccer is like. I'm not sure if there's a direct analogy for that, but it's not. It doesn't really work the same way in League. Let me tell you. It's literally only in like a if you lose this Baron, you're gonna lose the game. Okay, then you go for the smite, right? Even if it's a low chance, but we're definitely not at that stage, right? So yeah, definitely making sure that you letting opportunities go by is fine because future opportunities still exist. But let's say you go for a shot that doesn't make sense, and then you can no longer kick the ball in soccer. So then the game would be different, I think, right? I think the game would be very different then, right? You can no longer aim at the goal if you miss your shot, right? That's the idea, okay? If you don't take the shot, you still have a chance. You can still find a way in. I guess this analogy is getting weird, but you know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say. So I would rather you be prepared before you ulti. And then ulti, rather than ulti in, and this will happen the next 100 times, and you don't get better, right?
Yeah.
Because this is literally what I did. I'm serious. Hard stuck Diamond 5, do this over and over and over again, did not get better, right? Forever, for the longest time. So I'm telling you, this is the way to consistently get good, is making sure that we're super aware of our making sure our decision making is clean, and this is how we do it, right? Taking all this information, making sure we're prepared, and then we execute, right? So this is another idea, right? So let's say you want to get this bot wave, right?
Yeah.
How do they stop you? They do Baron, right? This is a classic.
Okay, that's not something I've thought about before.
Right, but yeah, they're on Baron now. That's the classic response, and then your team's gonna 4v5, and you're gonna lose the game if you're not careful, right? So, surprise, you guys lost 4v5, right? Oh, someone stole Baron. Wow, someone stole Baron. Look at all these assists. Have you seen this many assists on the Baron? Holy shit.
Only in LCS, awesome. I think.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I saw that on Baron, so I traded for Dragon, which is
right. Might as well try and salvage the situation, right? But yeah, you don't want to go bot there. Unless your team has no TP and you're the one who has to get it or something. I don't know. I think you can win 1v3, to be honest. Oh, never mind. They went top. But yeah, it's the same. It's really the same thing. don't you think? In terms of making sure you know what decision you want to make, right? Is you need to make sure that there's no counterplay before you do it, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
This guy's just killing himself. What the fuck? Oh, QSS too early. Oh, it's still fine.
I think I QSS the bronze then. I couldn't remember.
You try to. I think you try to get rid of the stacks, but I don't think it does it. So let's see. Oh, okay. You did QSS the stun. Never mind. That was good. Wow, I didn't even notice he stunned you. What the hell? And this guy just dies. Sure. Ooh, that timing. 200 ping timing. Okay.
I got really excited to play ranked when I get back.
Dude, I am excited for you. I think it looks good. It's literally when this is like the one thing you need to work on for now. Okay? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Everything else is good. Just when you make the decision, add a step. Look at the map. Can they stop me? That's all you need to do. That's like, do that literally like 10 times a game. Okay? Okay, we're going to start out with like 5 times a game. How about that? And then you eventually work up to as many times as humanly possible. That way you can have perfect decision making, essentially, right? But yeah, what do you think? You have any questions? You want to check out like one more example, I guess, or what do you think?
What do you think of like sort of like stats things for like seeing what like you can improve on?
Oh, like mobalytics or something?
Yeah.
I think to a certain extent it can be useful. Like let's say for example, in your last 50 games you have like 5 CS a minute, and then it's like, okay, maybe your mid game wave management could be better. But I think it's just better to review individual replays because that kind of tells you more. I don't know if stats will always give you a definitive like, oh, you need to work on this, you know what I'm saying? Because let's say you have low CS and your assumption is, oh, I need to work on mid game wave management, but you watch someone play, it turns out they just die like every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's better to just watch your own replays and figure out what's going on instead of looking at stats.
Okay. And like, would you have like any idea like what kind of elo would be placed in like with what I'm currently at?
I don't know the ranks of people you're playing with, but at least silver, right? Silver or gold. See, here's the thing: is that you may know like in these games, you know how to fight, you know, like right decision making. But the problem is that if you throw like in terms of you do something and then they counter you, that's like a lost game essentially. Well, it's a losing game. So if you can, let's say you play perfectly in terms of making sure you never throw, that's gonna be like gold 1, I would say.
Okay.
But I'm not really sure because I don't really play at these ranks. You know what I'm saying? So it's about minimizing your mistakes in game, I think, right? Because everything else looks good for now. So.
Okay.
And this is how you do it. So make sure you practice this habit. So repeat it after me, or repeat it back to me. What are you gonna do in game? We're gonna pound this in.
What I want to do, and can they stop me?
Yes. What do you want to do? Can they stop me? You look at the map to figure out if they can stop you. That's it. Over and over and over and over again until you can teach it to someone else. That's how good you have to be at it. Okay. And that'll be like the habit you need to get better at the game. I promise you. I promise. You can keep this up. It'll make you a better player. And being a better player will get you at a higher rank. So.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Cool. Any last questions? Otherwise?
Is it ever worth like dying on an ADC if you do like a big amount of damage?
Okay, this is a reasonable question. So, I think it dives into the question, what is worth your death? Right. So let's say you can bring everyone on the enemy team to 1 HP. That's probably worth, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you can dive into the backline, kill 2 people, and you were 0 and 10. That's worth, right? So it really becomes it's kind of like a question you have to answer yourself depending on the game, right? But let's say, you know, it's 1v5, you dive in, kill 3 people, they get the Nexus. That wasn't worth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think situationally speaking, there are times where you dying and your team wins the fight. That's good. You consider that to be a good outcome, right? But if you die and then your team loses the fight, and they were gonna lose like you play that fight 1,000 times and they lose the fight 900 times, that's not good. So it really depends on what's going on in the game. Let's say, for example, you're using yourself as bait, and it's 5v4, right? They're missing a person, so they engage on you and they kill you, but the whole team dies. Was that worth your death?
Yeah.
I would agree. Your death won your team a fight, and then you guys get Baron. I think that's really good. But let's say it's 5v4, and then you bait yourself, and then they kill you and they get away, right? It's definitely not good, right? So it really depends, I think.
Okay.
Depends on the situation. But usually, if you die, most deaths are mistakes. I would say 90% of deaths are mistakes. 10% is like you should have planned your death in advance. Like if you do this, you're gonna die, but you're gonna get something out of it, right? Let's say, for example, you're getting their inhib tower, and it's 19 minutes in the game, so Baron's not up, and you die for it. That sounds pretty worth to me. You broke the base, right?
But they get Baron.
No. Baron's not up. Let's say Baron's not up. If they get Baron, that's not worth, right? But let's say you were 10-0 and you gave a bounty to their Twitch and you broke their base. Was that worth? I would say probably not worth, right? Right. So it's very situationally speaking. But I would err towards the side of dying is a mistake for now.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of right now. Maybe I'll run into some stuff when I start playing ranked.
Right. Hey, feel free to hit me up with any questions. I'm always online on Discord. So if you do have questions that come up during ranked, or let's say you have a clip and you want to show me and ask me questions about that, feel free to hit me up too. Sound good?
Okay, yeah, sounds cool.
All right, cool. If that is all, then good luck in your games. Let me know how practicing this habit works out for you. Okay?
Okay.
And yeah, keep me updated.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.